Mangroves are ecosystems that are part of coastal environments around Australia. They offer protection for the shoreline, provide a habitat for birds and fish, and they also store carbon.
They take carbon dioxide out of the air in the process of building their leaves and growing roots and other things. And the roots, because they're in these really wet, tidally influenced soils, they don't decompose when they die, or they decompose very slowly. So over time, there's more and more carbon accumulating in the soils.
Professor Catherine Lovelock is a global expert on the impact of climate change on coastal wetlands, and her research demonstrates the importance of mangroves and coastal ecosystems in carbon storage. It's called blue carbon and is the carbon stored in coastal and marine ecosystems, many of which are being cleared around the world.
And that has led to lots of CO2 emissions as that carbon that's in those soils has been liberated. What we're trying to do with blue carbon strategies is stop the liberation of CO2 into the atmosphere, but then restore them.
Born in Perth and raised in Geraldton, a small country town in Western Australia, Professor Lovelock discovered her love for mangroves at university.
We were crossing really deep mud banks, and it's physically challenging, and then also challenging as we were thinking about the very large crocodiles.
Interested in conservation, carbon capturing and climate change, Professor Lovelock started measuring sediment and soil volume in wetlands around the Indo-Pacific region in 2007. The goal was to see how the mangroves responded to sea level rise.
It is a little bit like watching paint dry, but it has been hugely influential. What we discovered is that they're not, vulnerable to sea level rise everywhere. And in fact, some places they're likely to be quite resilient.
A mentor to other women in STEM and a leader in policy development on blue carbon, Professor Lovelock has been elected as a Fellow of the Australian Academy of Science.
I grew up in a very small country town where I don't even think I had ever thought about science. So for me, it's a huge honour.